Hello and welcome back to Tuesday Studio Seeds. I'm so excited to have you here for episode 2, where we're diving into an essential topic for all music teachers: assessing your current business model and reflecting on where you stand. This isn't just about finances, it's about gaining clarity on your value, your mindset, and how that affects your teaching brand. Let's explore this together, and I'll weave in examples from real life teaching, as well as insights from the experiences in running Music Tree in one of the most competitive neighborhoods of London, Islington, to bring these ideas to life. Before that, I would like to remind you about the contest of Tuesday Studio Seeds. Participating is very simple, and you could win a 2 hours super powerful masterclass fundamental to analyze how to connect with your ideal client, working at the same time on your brand. So, to participate, first, share on your page all the episodes of a series when you watch them. 2, add the link to the episode so other friends can find them. And last, tag tiziana.musictree in your stories or posts so I know that you are participating. Are you ready to start? I want to think first about your music teaching business. Whether you run a full-fledged music school, teach out of your home, or offer lessons online, the key question is: have you truly assessed where your business is right now? Many teachers focus on the day-to-day operations, scheduling lessons, preparing for students, and managing admin tasks, without stepping back to take a bigger picture look. What are your goals? How is your income structured? Do you have a clear sense of which aspects of your teaching are most profitable and where you might be wasting time or energy? What are your goals? A few years ago, after about 8 years of teaching, I realized that despite my packed schedule, I was barely breaking even. My business model was reactive. I took on students as they came, charged them a flat rate, and never reconsidered better options to improve my profitability. I was not guiding my offer, but accept every possible job, thinking that it was the way I would have earned more. This is where assessing my current business became essential. So, here's a practical step you can take. Create a snapshot of your current teaching structure. List all your income sources. Grab a pen and paper or open up a document and list every source of income: one-on-one lessons, group classes, ensemble coaching, occasional workshops, even any online courses or materials you sell. Then compare that with your fixed costs: rent, utilities, travel expenses, even the hours you spend prepping and not teaching. This exercise can reveal a lot about where your resources are going and how sustainable your teaching practice really is. Once you have assessed where you are, it's time to break down your business model. As music teachers, we often wear many hats: educator, administrator, marketer, and counselor for students and families. But have you ever thought of yourself as an entrepreneur? The business model you operate can vary widely. For instance, some teachers may run a subscription-based model where students commit to a monthly fee, whether or not they all attend lessons. Others may be operating on a more traditional pay-per-lesson basis. For example, I recently suggested to a music teacher participating in Music Tree teacher training, my year-long course, to move to a membership-based model, inspired by the idea of predictable income. She has now a child and wants to feel more secure. Students are no longer paying her per lesson, but for a more holistic membership, which included group workshops, performance opportunities, and even online support in between lessons. This allows her to stabilize her income and build a stronger community. On Instagram, she started speaking about this shift in mindset in her posts, emphasizing the importance of seeing her teaching practice not just as individual lessons, but as an educational experience where students commit to long-term growing. Isn't it what we actually do? So, what's your business model? Is it aligned with your goals? If you're charging by the lesson and your schedule fluctuates each week, it might be time to think about moving towards a more sustainable model that fits your needs and ensures financial stability. But there is an answer for every situation, and most of the time they are very creative and easy to apply. It's important to take a moment to reflect also on where you are emotionally in your teaching journey. Are you happy with the way things are going? Are you burned out or do you feel energized by your work? One trap music teachers can fall into is assuming they need to constantly grow their business by adding more students. But more students doesn't always mean more success. What if you could work smarter, not harder? I remember back in Italy, I was teaching over 400 students a week and felt completely overwhelmed. I was teaching in nurseries, primary, and secondary school on top of my own studio, scared of not earning enough from my own project. Even though I was making decent money, I felt like I was always running on empty. Have you ever felt in this position before? After a bit of reflection, I realized I didn't need more students. I needed to direct them to my own studio, setting up almost only group classes, running workshops and holiday camps. Only did my financial situation improve, but I felt more connected to the students I had, and my teaching quality went up. Reflecting on your current situation means looking at your workload, your emotional well being, and how much time you have to rest, create, and stay inspired. Teaching music is a creative and emotional job. If you're running on fumes, you can't give your students your best. This leads us to the emotional toll that undervaluing your service can take. One of the most common problems I see among music teachers, and a topic often addressed in mentoring, is the pricing. Many of us, especially when we're starting out, don't charge what we're worth. Think about it. You've spent years honing your craft, learning how to teach effectively, investing in professional development, and yet so many of us feel guilty about raising their prices. It's as if we're afraid that charging what we're worth will somehow make us seem less caring. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The teacher I worked with undervalued his lesson for years. In the beginning, he was charging well below market rates because he wanted to be accessible to everyone. Admirable as that is, it led him to resent his work. He was overworked and underpaid. And the worst part was that many of his students didn't take his lessons seriously because they didn't pay much. And this is true also for the trial classes. As soon as he raised his rates to reflect his expertise and the value of the time he was offering, he noticed a shift. Students started showing up on time, practicing more diligently, and respecting him more as a professional. His mindset had a direct impact on his brand. And this brings us to the final point. Your mindset affects your brand. As a music teacher, your brand is more than just your logo or website. It's how you present yourself to the world, how students perceive you, and how you communicate your value. If you don't believe in the value of your teaching, that will inevitably come across in how you run your business. A common theme on my Instagram page is that your mindset can either elevate your teaching practice or hold it back. If you're constantly worrying that you're charging too much or that you aren't experienced enough, that lack of confidence will permeate everything you do. On the flip side, if you approach your teaching with a mindset that what you offer is valuable, transformative, and worth every penny, your students will feel that too. So, as we wrap up today, I want to encourage you to take some time this week to assess your current business. Reflect on your business model, your emotional well being, and whether you're truly valuing your services. The mindset you bring to your teaching practice has a direct impact on how your students view you and the success of your business. Remember, you're not just offering music lessons, you're offering a life-changing experience. When you value yourself, your students will too. So thanks for tuning into Tuesday Studio Seeds. If you're looking to dig deeper into these concepts, don't forget that our contest is a great way to take the next step in building your brand. See you next time.